Hi everyone, in this week's tech tip, we're showcasing two powerful tools directly within our Google Docs. The first feature we'll explore is a citation tool, which allows us to manage, create, and insert our citations directly within our Google Docs. Then we'll look at how we can use the voice typing feature and review some best practices for using voice commands. So let's get started by looking at the citations tool. We're going to start by clicking on the Tools tab and then go down to where it says Citations. This is going to open up a side panel, which is essentially going to act as a running list where we'll be housing all of our citations as we create them while we're typing out our essay or whatever it is that we're creating in our Google Doc. You'll see that we have the choice to choose what format we want our citation, and we have a choice between MLA, APA, and Chicago. I'm going to stick with MLA for my example. Then we have to click the source of our citation. So you can see we can choose between book, website, journal, article, newspaper, etc. One cool thing is if you're citing something from a book and it's a printed book, you can actually search for the book directly just by just by entering the ISBN, and it will draw out all of the important information associated with that citation. For the sake of example, I'm going to choose a website, and I'm going to go ahead and just paste in the URL for where I got my resource. I'm just going to go ahead and paste that in and click on search. Now, what this does is it draws out all of the important information from that specific source. And if there's any missing information, it's going to highlight it in red for me so that I can add it manually if needed. So I'm just going to click on continue. And you can see here that it does open up the citation so that if I need to add any additional information, I can. If I'm finished citing my source, all I have to do is click on Add Citation Source, and this becomes a part of my list. And again, I can continue to add my sources to this running list as I'm typing out my document. If I ever close out of this, I can always get back that side panel by going back to that Tools tab, clicking on Citations, and there my sources are. Now, once I have my sources, what's cool is that I can also insert in-text citations at any time. So to do this, I'm going to start off by clicking on the point of my document where I want to insert that in-text citation. So let's say, for example, at the end of this first paragraph here, I want to insert that citation. All I have to do is click my cursor down where I want to insert it, and then I'm going to click or hover over the specific source that I want to create an in-text citation for. And you'll notice when I do that, I kind of get this option that says cite. All I have to do is click on cite, and boom, I have an in-text citation inserted for me. And of course, I could do that any point in the document. Again, just clicking down my cursor and clicking on cite. The last cool feature of this citation source or the citation tool in Google Docs is the ability to insert a works cited page once I've gathered all of my sources and created my citations. So all I have to do is click on the area where I want to start my works cited, and I can just click on Insert Works Cited. And when I do that, it automatically inserts this for me. And again, it will create that running list. So if I have 10 sources cited, they will all appear on my works cited list. The next feature we're going to look at is the voice typing feature. The voice typing feature is great whether you want to use it to save time or just make typing documents more accessible to students. So this will also be available within our Tools tab. So I'm just going to scroll to the bottom of my document, then let's click on Tools, and we're going to choose voice typing. When I do that, I'm going to see a microphone appear on the side of my screen, and I do have the option of moving this anywhere, again, depending on what my screen looks like. So to start, we're just going to click on Speak. So you can see when the microphone is highlighted red, that means that it is listening, period. It is important that I speak punctuation because if I do not speak punctuation, then it's going to continue to write run-on sentences. Period. One cool feature about voice typing is that you have the ability to use voice commands. Period. New line, new paragraph. So you can see that it's jumping down as I'm speaking out those voice commands. Period. Another cool voice command is that you do have the ability to format your text. Period. Bold. You'll notice that at the top here, it said that it heard the word bold, and as I'm typing, you can see that it is using that formatting. Period. Underline. Now this time, as I'm speaking, it is applying a bold formatting as well as for underline. Period. Clear formatting is the voice command that you use to return to normal text and be able to type without any formatting. Period. Stop listening is the voice command that I use to turn this off. So you can see it does take practice, and you'll notice that the reason why I was including this indentation is because I actually inserted it directly under the works cited, which is why it's using that. But you can see here that this is something that students can practice and they will get better at it, but it is important to speak that punctuation. They do have the ability to create new paragraphs or jump down a line, as well as insert or rather apply some text formatting, all while using voice commands. So we hope these two features make your use of Google Docs more efficient and streamline some of your workflow.